How we doing today, coaches? Hope everybody is absolutely rocking it today. Positive mindset is everything. Send out those vibrations, attract good people to you. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you really about an overview of the vital behaviors that Beachbody recommends for your success. And really this isn't arbitrary. This is something that, to a person, every single successful Beachbody coach does. I do it, Jennifer, Michelle, they do it, Samantha does it, the big coaches do this, Melanie Mitro, Bonnie, Engel, we're talking millionaires, and they still do it because they're vital behaviors, because you need to do these on a daily basis in order to get to where really you want to be. And whether that's just as an Emerald coach or earn your Shakeology every month for free, or whatever the case may be, wherever you want to go, you need to do the vital behaviors. And the cool thing about the vital behaviors is that if you do the vital behaviors, not only do they get you where you want to go in the business, but they make you better, point blank. They make you a much better person. So I'll go over quickly the vital behaviors and touch base on each one of them in a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to break down the vital behaviors and really spend a little bit more time on each vital behavior and why they're important. So the three vital behaviors. Number one, be a product of the product. You have such an amazing network of products, whether it be training programs, supplementation, nutrition, meal plans, the portion control containers that are used in the 21-day fix, hammer and chisel, as well as 22-minute hardcore. Those are amazing. Soon in January, we're going to be coming out with a apparel line and a sneaker line. So all these different things, but you need to essentially use what you're going to be recommending. It would be like going to a restaurant recommending a restaurant that you've never eaten at to a friend. And they say, well, how's the food? I don't know. So the goal really is to be a product of the product. And a lot of times when you do that and you post about it, you don't even need to mention it to people. People are going to come up and ask you. So ultimately, it's going to make your life a lot easier if you're trying to work this as a business. So be a product of the product is vital behavior number one. Vital behavior number two is invite. And when we say invite, we're going to cover this. I'm going to cover this in more in depth, because people are saying, well, Rob, what am I inviting them to? And I think that's, inviting is just more or less another word for sharing. You're just sharing what you're doing with others. If you're a mom and, people are like, geez, how are you getting in such great shape? I don't have time to go to the gym. I have no idea what to do if I do go to the gym. I have no idea what to eat or how much to eat. If I'm doing all that, I'm lost. And so people want to know what successful people do. I still do it today. I'm talking to coaches that are far above my rank, far above my pay grade, and I'm like, okay, what are you guys doing? I need to know. And everybody's the same way. So if you see somebody successful that has a rocket body, you want to know what they're doing. And so inviting or sharing with others what you're doing is the key to success. So if you're not telling anybody what you're doing, if you're not sharing with anybody what you're doing, if you're not posting about what you're doing, then you have no business, because nobody's going to know. You are your own business's advertising. So if if Budweiser wanted to sell beer and yet they told nobody about it, and because you weren't in any stores, nobody knew that Budweiser existed, they wouldn't expect to sell any Budweiser. And you can't expect to sell any product if you don't open your mouth and share it with other people. So that's vital behavior number two. Vital behavior number three, I think personally is the most important, but that's for argument's sake. Vital behavior number three is personal development. Personal development is absolutely key, because what happens is that we all have negative thoughts in our head. We all have things that are roadblocks, mentality that, I'm 43 years old, so before I started doing personal development, which is only up until a couple of years ago, I had 41 years of whether it be negativity or can'ts or people telling me I can't do certain things. That's 41 years of muddy water I had to get out of the glass. So in order to get my glass from being absolutely muddy, I had to pour a whole bunch of clean water into that glass. And so by pouring clean water constantly into that glass, I make it pure. I get rid of all the mud, all the negative thoughts. And so personal development is key, and it's very easy to do. YouTube, there's so much audiobooks available for free on YouTube. There's so many different things available, whether it be movies, inspiration. I'll give you just a real couple that I really like. Darren Hardy's fantastic. I'm a big fan of John C. Maxwell. He's also great. Zig Ziglar is pretty cool as well. I'm a huge fan of Andy Andrews. He tells some amazing stories that really hit home, but those are just a couple. So again, quickly to go over the vital behaviors, it's be a product of the product, invite, or share what you're doing with others. In personal development, not only are you going to improve what you do with Beachbody, it's going to improve your entire life. So you combine all these three things and you wrap them up into one giant package, it's going to be amazing. And the fourth vital invite that they actually just put in this year, I think is important too. It's called recognition. And why is recognition important? Well, when you get to be, a coach of coaches, it's important because people want to know that they're on the right track and an attaboy is real good. But even more important, I think we need to personally take successes that we have and recognize ourselves for what we do, whether or not that's losing weight that we're proud of ourselves for losing and giving ourselves a real big strong pat on the back, or doing personal development that you really didn't feel like doing, or whatever the case may be. Whatever small success you have in life, really take the time out of your day to really give yourself a pat on the back and recognize that success, because unfortunately we're all too eager to bash ourselves over the head with a failure. So take a chance and recognize the success that you have to really reward yourself, so that way you're feeling good about that success you had. And whatever negative that you have, failure is not a death sentence. Failure is actually a learning experience. And so when you fail, don't think it is failure. Think of it as just a learning experience. So I went a little bit over my time today, but those are the three vital behaviors, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth with each one of those coming up.